I'm Tim Karen. Today we're gonna look at some FitSpo videos on Instagram. So we're gonna look at FitSpo, which is fitness inspiration or anything under that umbrella of fitness inspiration, motivation, exercises. We're gonna look specifically in social media, but really diving into Instagram and finding some of the stuff that's circulating and try to give you guys some direction on where to go with it. We're gonna take a look at the mountain featured from Game of Thrones, but honestly in the strength community, actually really well known as one of the best strongman competitors in the world. Right now, he's currently #1. 100 kilogram, 220 pound set of dumbbells done for 3 reps in an incline position. I don't know many people who can do 100 kilos in an incline on a barbell. Just abnormal levels of strength. This guy's gargantuan. I mean, he's damn near 6'10" or 7 feet tall, probably over 400 pounds. But put things in perspective, like if you're pressing the 20 kilo dumbbells today, you know, try to do 21 next time. Don't think that you're a failure because you're not pushing 100 kilo dumbbells. Hopefully that's not the point here, and that's not what you're looking at as. Put your perspective of where you're at and just try to focus on improving every day. Next video we got is a 1,000-pound deadlift on the elephant bar. Elephant bar is a little longer bar than your normal traditional bar. Being comfortable pulling a bar that wide takes a long time to develop. That's why they can get 1,000 pounds on the bar. This is unnaturally strong, and you know, one of the cool things about it is like he did this in competition, did this to win the Arnold, and put in perspective of like a 300-pound deadlift is still really, really good. And the fact that he's 700 pounds above that, incredible admiration and respect for a guy who can reach that level. Next video is an axle bar squat. Really traditional strongman exercise where you simply just take an axle like in a car and you put some wheel wells on the back of it and you squat it. This is really, really darn impressive. But just also put into perspective that this guy's trained his whole life, really, really powerful, strong, gifted athlete himself, and it takes a long time to get to that. But an amazing display of strength and power. Let's take a look at Demi Bagby. She's a combination of gymnastics and former background in CrossFit. She's been getting some good traction. She's got 1.7 million followers. Let's take a look at some stuff that she's been doing. Here's a pull-up video with her doing some pull-ups with 45-pound plate. That is super impressive. You know, when we're looking to do pull-ups, I mean, that's the goal, is to add weight externally, right? That's the ultimate sign of strength and ability, that you can move your body weight relative to a fixed object like a pull-up bar. Anyone who could do a pull-up with a 45-pound plate attached to their body, small, big, it doesn't really matter. That's really, really impressive. You know, that's not easy to accomplish, let alone not many people walking around can do that. So, you know, bravo. Now we're looking at a little outdoor training circuit. You know, every good training program should have some sort of reproducible, pattern-oriented movement that we can build upon and see if we can get some sort of progressive overload. Generally speaking, I mean, really cool exercises, right? I mean, she's got a barbell squat, she's doing some core training, she's doing some crawling patterns, she's doing a deadlift, she's doing a pistol with a big old boulder, some med ball chops, you know, flipping a tire. Again, really, really impressive how strong she is, how well she moves, how much body control. Yeah, she's got the goods. She's a good lifter. She's really strong and she's definitely got some skill. All right, so we're in New York now. She's going through a bars routine here. It's just, again, really impressive. You got to imagine in terms of like the gymnastics background, just really putting her in place to be able to do this at a high level. I don't know if I would, maybe I would enjoy walking to work and seeing this display of athleticism, or I don't know, get the hell out of my way. I got to get to work, give me my coffee. But hey, it's New York, you know, things happen there. So we're gonna take a look here at Juji Mufu. He's got a background in powerlifting, gymnastics, acro yoga, a lot of athletic stuff. 1.4 million followers. So let's do a dive into some of his videos. Here's one where he's got no arms. So he's completely reliant on his lower body. I'll be honest, he is a very strong guy. I mean, the lifts that he's doing is really, really impressive. I mean, these are not easy, and it takes an incredible level of skill and strength. Obviously, he's incredibly well trained and really strong and a really experienced lifter. The hope is, though, people can discern and say this is for a value of enjoyment on Instagram and not necessarily something I should copy or reproduce at home. Next video we're gonna look at is a hack squat. I mean, my goodness, that's an incredible hack squat, well over 400 pounds, which I don't know many people in the world that can do that in general. So it takes incredible flexibility and movement control and strength to be able to do that. And then you get the ancillary benefit of a ton of like weird and abnormal stuff behind just to keep you engaged the whole time because Instagram's not interesting enough. So a little pig suey action, Arkansas. Here's his signature move. Does an overhead squat into a full split while being suspended from chairs. Incredible flexibility, incredible strength, incredible body control. You gotta give him a ton of credit. This is really impressive. But put in perspective, you know, this is a guy who's elite in terms of a lot of standards, and it probably took him a long time to acquire this skill set. We're gonna take a look at Kayla Itzine. Let's take a look at what she's doing on her Instagram, see if there's some stuff here we can pull. So it looks like she's doing a body weight circuit, a little bit lower body focus. All these exercises are great. I mean, there's lunges, hip bridges, some single leg extensions, some squats. You know, what she's doing is combining a little bit of different vectors, different resistance, different kind of like patterns or different structure, just to really try to maximize and progress it, because body weight is relative to your body weight. There's no really where to go except for your body weight. So it seems like one of the overarching themes is looking at being mobile and not attached to a gym. I think the goal is like, yeah, I want to look like Kayla and I want to have that aspirational look and feel, you know, but she's doing a lot more than this in terms of nutrition, health, probably complementing this training that she's doing on her videos with other stuff, with resistance, some more cardiovascular stuff. It's just a lot more all-inclusive and a lot more comprehensive when you look at this having its limitations and what else you should be doing. So to answer the call of like, yeah, this is a part of it, but it's a small part, and looking at a holistic approach of everything else included to get whatever it is you're intending to get from this. We're gonna take a look at I Am Luis Badillo Jr. He's got 345,000 followers, done a lot in terms of footwork and speed development, and we're just gonna take a look at his Instagram, see what he's got going. Agility ladder is an interesting tool. It's got some really big value in terms of learning coordination, controlling your body, moving your feet. You know, I would imagine someone this skilled in agility ladder, one, a really good athlete, and probably has worked really hard to get to that point, you know, but there is a cap and a ceiling on just how much agility ladder transfers to sport and being that quote unquote quick in these kind of programmed agilities. Where we want to look at is, can he take this stuff and apply it in a dynamic setting and be able to basically respond to a completely chaotic and uncontrollable world such as team sports. We're taking another look at one of his agility videos where he's doing some work in the sand. This guy's effort is unbelievable. He's a really good athlete. I mean, he has great body control, great speed. So we just checked out some FitSpo's exercises on Instagram. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.